Namaskar. Today we will study alopecia. Alopecia is loss of hair in any region of the body. So loss of hair is called alopecia, and these hair follicles, these are distributed throughout skin except palms and soles. And at birth, nearly 1 lakh hair follicles are present on the scalp. So this hair can be of two types, vellus hair and terminal hair. This vellus hair is fine, light colored, straight. The terminal hair is thicker, dark and curly. In the neonate, the hair which is developed is androgen independent, and mostly it is located in scalp, eyelash and eyebrow, and this is called non-sexual hair. When the person becomes 10 years of age, there is slight rise in testosterone level, and this is secreted from adrenal cortex. So weak androgen effect will be there, because of which there will be hair in the forearm and legs. We call it ambisexual hair. At puberty, further increase in testosterone level, and this level of testosterone is equal to your adult female level, and the pubic and axillary hairs are developed. Again, these are ambisexual hair. Then in adult, the further increase in testosterone level occurs, and it is almost equivalent to your adult male level, and hair are developed in face and trunk, and this is called sexual hair. So this ambisexual and sexual hair growth is stimulated by your hormone testosterone, and the active form of testosterone is dihydrotestosterone, which acts on the hair follicles. And testosterone is converted to dihydrotestosterone by the enzyme 5-alpha reductase. Then let us discuss the hair growth cycle. And the hair growth cycle, it consists of 3 phases: growth phase, resting phase and shedding phase. The growth phase, called anagen, which is for almost 3 years, and 75% of hair are in this phase. Then the resting phase or catagen, which is the duration is for 3 weeks, 5 to 10% of hair are in this phase. The shedding phase or telogen, this is the duration is for 3 months, and 20% of the hair stay in this phase. So these hairs shed in the telogen phase and are replaced by new growing ones. So this is the cycle, hair growth cycle, and any disruption in the above balance causes many more hairs to enter the telogen phase, and about 3 months later they shed in bulk, causing alopecia. In pregnancy and women taking combined oral contraceptive pills, the anagen phase, this anagen phase is prolonged, and because of this there is loss appearance of hair in these women. And when there is delivery of the baby, so after pregnancy and in women taking combined contraceptive pills, after cessation of oral contraceptive pills, the hair enter the telogen phase and the hair is shed. So let us now discuss about the alopecia of scalp. It can be of 2 types, scarring and non-scarring. And scarring alopecia, it is associated with inflammation, fibrosis and destruction of hair follicles due to skin disorders like lichen planus, or due to systemic disease like lupus erythematosus. And in these conditions, there is development of permanent alopecia. The non-scarring one, which is also known as temporary and reversible alopecia, the causes are iron deficiency, hypothyroidism, chronic malnutrition, chronic illness, crash dieting, physical trauma, dandruff, excess androgen, all these things. So there are three important forms of alopecia. Androgenic alopecia and your male pattern baldness, and this is actually androgenetic alopecia. One is androgenic alopecia, other is androgenetic alopecia or male pattern baldness, and then third one is alopecia areata. So androgenic alopecia, this occurs in women, and this occurs due to elevated levels of androgen. Those women also have menstrual abnormalities, hirsutism, acne, infertility. All these problems are associated. So if all these problems will be solved with hormonal therapy, then automatically this will be solved. Androgenetic alopecia, or called male pattern baldness, is a hereditary disorder, and this occurs due to excess conversion of testosterone to dihydroxy testosterone. Sorry, not dihydroxy. Here we have already discussed that dihydrotestosterone. So testosterone is converted to dihydrotestosterone, and if we give the drug finasteride, which is 5-alpha reductase inhibitor, that will be useful here, and this occurs in both men and women. And actually what happens, this dihydrotestosterone causes shrinking of hair follicles to miniaturized hair follicles. So because of that, there is alopecia. So finasteride can be given, and the conversion of testosterone to dihydrotestosterone is stopped. Then another drug, minoxidil, which is a vasodilator. It is a potassium channel opener, and this causes vasodilatation. So because of vasodilatation, it can increase the dermal blood flow and can cause elongation and normalization of hair follicles. So minoxidil can also be used. Then the third one, alopecia areata, which is an autoimmune disorder of hair follicle, and it can cause patches of baldness of varying size in any region of the body, including scalp. And here the drugs, what we can give, minoxidil we can give topically, and we can also give topically we can inject your glucocorticoids. So that's all about alopecia and its treatment. Thank you.